And we've got breaking news coming in on the Netaji files that have just been declassified as well. It's now revealed how the Bengal Intelligence Bureau snooped on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's family members. Let's not get too much into the complexities of these files. We will tell you the full story most simply here on India Today. The most explosive revelation first reported here on India Today stands completely confirmed by file number 62 of the Netaji files, one of 17,000 pages that have been declassified by the Mamata Banerjee government today. File number 62 reveals how Netaji's family was in fact snooped upon by the Nehru government. This information was first broken by India Today earlier this year. It set the cat among the pigeons as far as the government was concerned and initially catalyzed the fight that has finally led to the declassification of the files you see on your screen right now. The Intelligence Bureau had intercepted correspondence, both inland and foreign mails, between Sisir Bose and Emily Schenkel, that was Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's wife, and his nephew, which establishes once and for all that one of the biggest fears that the family had were actually true, that the family of Subhash Chandra Bose post-1950 were the subjects of state spying under the Nehru administration. Let's go straight across to India Today's Indrajit Kundu, who first broke this story earlier this year and is now the first journalist to actually access these files to get the very latest on these. Indrajit, amazing first confirmation of what this file contains. One of the biggest, most specific concerns that the Bose family had, that they were under espionage, that they were being kept under watch, kept under tabs by the Nehru government. And file number 62, which you have in your hand, which you've been able to access, confirms it once and for all.
Well, that's right, Shiv. There are 64 files that have now been placed in public domain by the Mamata Banerjee government. It has around 12,000 odd sheets of paper, which scholars, activists and historians are looking forward to very keenly.
Yeah. What
does it contain? Now, we've been able to scan through some of the documents that we've received, and as we have been reporting, India Today was the first which reported that Nehru government snooped upon the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose family for about several decades. This file 62, page number 3. This is page number 3 from file 62, and I can clearly show it's written that the SB, the special branch here, used to intercept the letters that were sent by Emily Schenkel, Nehru's Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's wife, to Sisir Kumar Bose in Calcutta. This is one of the documents that has come into the public domain today. Another document which confirms the snooping story that India Today broke. Here is a document by the Assistant Director of Intelligence Bureau, Government of India. This is file 62, page 25. If my camera person could just zoom in and show. And it's clearly written, a short note on the activities of Dr. Sisir Kumar Bose. It's a handwritten note, son of late Sarad Bose of 1 Woodburn Park, Calcutta.
Yes.
So this is another. The third one, I would like to show is about Netaji's activities and the kind of paranoia that the British government suffered when Netaji was not in India. And this is file number 4, page 31. And let me read out from it. It is reported from Bangkok that in view of the sudden collapse of the British forces in Burma, the leaders of several organizations in East Asia fighting for India's freedom will soon hold a conference in Bangkok.
Yes.
Something that the British government was getting a hint of the formation of the INA. So very fascinating details which are slowly emerging out of these files.
Indrajit, in fact, that's one of those aspects that you just brought out is something that we want to put out as well. Another revelation in the Subhash Chandra Bose files is something that you just showed us a moment ago, and I want to tell our viewers about that. File number 58 contains newspaper clippings of articles on Subhash Chandra Bose. One such report reveals that British intelligence agencies believed that Subhash Chandra Bose was alive at that time. I quote, the British government is rumoured to be very much perturbed over confidential information that has come into its possession quite recently that Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, the great Indian revolutionary leader and leader of the famous INA resistance movement, is alive and awaiting the right opportunity to return to his homeland. The report also suggests that the plane crash theory in Taipei is also unconfirmed. So, Indrajit, file number 58 vanquishes the death theory, the plane crash theory, and provides the most amazing light on what the British and the Americans thought at that time.
Well, yes, out of the 64 files, what I have been able to scan, file number 58 seems to be the file which deals with, and it's clearly written on very top of the file, of the folder, that it's relating to Subhash Chandra Bose. And there are several newspaper clippings soon after his disappearance, several theories that appeared. One such report is the one that appeared in Blitz, Bombay on March 26, 1949.
Yes.
And in this report, as you just quoted, British agencies have been quoted as saying in this report, the sensational news upsetting the wishful thinking of many who believed that Bose died in a plane crash while on his way from Rangoon to Tokyo was originally transmitted to the British Foreign Office from the British Embassy in Turkey, and it is reported to have been confirmed since from Anglo-American secret agents in the East. So what the British newspaper reports claim here is that several of the British agents who were there and pretty active in Southeast Asia region, they could not find any confirmative or any substantial evidence to prove that Netaji had died.
It throws all of those theories completely on their heads. Well, Indra, we leave it there for the moment, but amazing revelations. Two big revelations that come out of all this. We've simplified it. We've distilled it down to those two big impressions coming out of those 64 files. One, the plane crash theory that went out of the window at that time, and two, even bigger, that the Nehru government was in fact indulging in espionage and spying on the Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose family after 1950. Well, the West Bengal Chief Minister visited the Police Museum in Kolkata today to look at these newly declassified files. While addressing journalists, she accused the centre of snooping on the Bose family for a long time. Obviously, Mamta has had a chance to look at these files. She also urged the Modi government in the centre to follow suit and declassify the remaining Netaji files. Remember, there are other files which come under the purview of the National Archives in the centre, which continue to be top secret and haven't been declassified yet. By declassifying 64 files, Mamta says the onus is now on Modi.
Truth is better than any important things. It will come out one day. Like this today we started, I think it is the beginning. Let the central government also disclose the file. Let the people should see it. Let the people should judge it.
The centre, as you know, has already met the Bose family. The Prime Minister has himself met the Bose family twice, if I am not mistaken. The centre, the Prime Minister has appointed a committee to examine the situation. No one has taken a more serious view of the need to find out the truth. The Prime Minister will take a final call on the basis of the national interest.